Hello everyone, and welcome to my art gallery, which I have filled with three of the finest pieces of art out there, and they are all, in fact, created by the mastermind Keith Haring. Keith Haring was born on May 4th, 1958 in Reading, Pennsylvania, and was raised in nearby Kutztown, Pennsylvania. He developed a love for drawing at a very early age, learning basic cartooning skills from his father and from the popular culture around him, such as Dr. Seuss and Walt Disney. He was not only an artist but a social activist too. Upon graduating from high school in 1976, Haring enrolled in the Ivy School of Professional Art in Pittsburgh, a commercial art school. He soon realized that he had little interest in becoming a commercial graphic artist and, after 2 semesters, dropped out. In 1980, Haring found a highly effective medium that allowed him to communicate with the wider audience he desired when he noticed the unused advertising panels covered with matte black paper in a subway station. He began to create drawings in white chalk upon these blank paper panels throughout the subway system. Between 1980 and 1985, Haring produced hundreds of these public drawings in rapid, rhythmic lines, sometimes creating as many as 40 subway drawings in one day. This was the start of a revolutionary art that is still admired today, and that's why it is in my art gallery. The first piece of art that I am featuring in my gallery is Haring's Retrospect. I love this piece because it has so many different features that come together to make a great piece of whimsical art. Some people will look at this and just see weird figures all put together with bright colors, and honestly, that's what it is. But the way the shapes combine is beautiful to look at. It is very simple and yet very elegant. In this painting, there are 24 individual pieces in a larger painting, which gives it a very nice quality because you can look at it for a long time since you will always see something new. Some people won't consider this to be art, however, there are many artistic aspects that definitely make it a masterpiece. For instance, the repetition is very apparent throughout, portrayed by the fact that there are only 6 colors used and 3 objects used, but many different times. The colors are red, blue, yellow, green, purple, and orange, and the 3 shapes are dogs, dolphins, and humans, though distorted in many different ways. It is very well balanced because everything is evenly spaced and positioned. It is obviously two-dimensional because there is no real perspective and is more of a cartoon than anything else. The lines that he used are thick black lines to outline all of his basic shapes and figures because none of them really have very much detail. The next piece of art is his painting titled Ignorance Equals Fear. This is one of his many activist paintings that he created throughout his life. As you can see, it says ignorance equals fear, silence equals death, and fight AIDS, act up. These sayings have a lot of meaning for him because in 1988 he was diagnosed with AIDS. This poster was made to help fight AIDS because it was a relatively new disease that was now prevalent in society. Haring would eventually die of AIDS, but not before making the Keith Haring Foundation to continue his charitable support of children's and AIDS-related organizations. This painting is more than just a piece of art. It is support for a cause that was affecting the whole world, and that is why I want it to be in my gallery. The story behind the painting has the greatest impact on me, however the artistic components behind it are still very great. The simplicity shown in all of his work is shown in this as well. It has 3 figures that have X's on them, and they all seem to be moving, shown by the lines around them. They have thick outlines and are filled with one uniform color, along with a background that is very plain and simple as well. On the top and bottom are the slogans that are used to support AIDS awareness, which really gives this painting artistic significance. The last painting is Haring's Crack is Whack mural on the side of a handball court wall in downtown New York City. It is a very large painting that is a vibrant orange and has many black figures drawn on yet again in his very simple and kinetic design. This again does not seem to be amazing art like Picasso or Van Gogh, however it is, and it has a real meaning behind it unlike many paintings seen nowadays. Haring drew this at the height of the crack cocaine epidemic in the mid-1980s that was terrorizing New York City. So, Haring drew this as an act against the use of crack. Written on it in big letters is the slogan, "Crack is whack," so that everyone could see it. It has a picture of a skeleton on it with people all around it looking like there is sheer chaos going on because of it. In one hand of the skeleton there is money that is burning. This signifies how crack just consumes so much money and is not worth it. And the skeleton itself represents how it could kill you, and this was the main message that Keith Haring wanted to spread to the younger children. That is why I would feature this piece of art in my gallery. It is simple, but it conveys a strong image that anyone that is looking at it will feel and understand. As you can see, my gallery is filled with 3 different pieces of art, all made by Keith Haring, that all have different significances. One is a fun and whimsical piece, one is supporting AIDS awareness, and one is acting against crack to preserve a generation. All of these are great pieces and would be an amazing feature in any gallery. Thanks for joining me and have an awesome day.